Hi guys, just getting ready to start the live stream. Just trying out a few more things, and I'm seeing if I can try and dual live stream over on Facebook. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Just a quick test, guys. Can you hear me okay? Because for some reason I'm having problems with my headset and I can't hear anything. Even when I go onto other YouTube channels, I can't hear. So if you can hear me, yeah, let me know. That'd be great. Um, And I say, once I get everything sorted, we'll go. So say, yeah, this week it is a bit sort of hit and miss when I'm doing live streams. They are here, there, and everywhere. But I will get into a routine at some stage. Yeah, you can hear me. That's awesome. Because for some reason I'm having issues with my headset, so I can't hear anything at the moment. Um, so say, just give me 2 seconds, because otherwise I'm going to struggle not being able to put any music on. And say, yeah, technology. It's obviously great when it works, and when it doesn't, it's like, oh no, what do I do now? I'm basically pushing buttons. So my main speakers work. It's just my headset that's having the issues. You know what? I'll just have to leave it. As in the headset, that is, because it's just not working. Don't know why. Um, I'm just changing things over on Facebook as well. So I'm trying. I'm trying to do Facebook as well. I didn't realize though you can only do Facebook, but you have to do it as a portrait. You can't do landscape, and obviously everything I've got is set up for landscape. So over on Facebook, well, you're getting some weird looking pictures. Uh, right, let's just have a quick look. Let's move that out of the way. Let's just look. Well, I want to take the paint. It's going to be about there, which is cool. That out of the way. Yeah, for some reason I thought if you streamed on Facebook as at the same time, they would both be sort of like the horizontal look, but they're not. Uh, there we go. Oh, I think my headset seems to be paired with my daughter, which is probably why it's not working over here. Um, Again, this is the problem about everyone having laptops, Kindles, bits and pieces. So the reason my headset isn't connected, although my computer's telling me it is connected, is because somehow it's connected to my daughter's phone. Um, but yeah, we shall we shall persevere. Again, say I've obviously haven't done live streams for quite some time. I'm trying to get back into the possibility of being able to do them almost not necessarily daily, but at least 3, 4 a week is kind of what I'm doing. So I'm trying to get everything set up so it really is easy for me just to sort of push a couple of buttons, and hopefully technology work and it all goes smoothly. Obviously, I've only just started this week to try and do these. So yeah, so apologies for obviously any hiccups, any mistakes, anything that is going wrong. It will get better. It will get better. Yeah. So let's have a quick look, see who's on. I'll put that in there because this is what I'm going to be painting today. So yes, what I'm trying to do as well with the live streams, rather than, so obviously the last couple of live streams, I've been painting these gorgeous looking dudes. Um, Absolutely love how they've come out. Obviously, we've done. I did the grass this morning. I did film myself doing that, so I will do a video to show the full sort of painting experience of these guys. Um, just move that like that. Yeah, but rather than doing sort of live streams where I keep sort of painting a little bit of one, a little bit of that one, I want to try and do it so eventually I do a live stream. I'm doing whatever I'm painting, it gets completed in that live stream. So the next live stream, something completely different. Because obviously I love orcs, so I could sit and paint orcs all day long, every day. I know that might get a bit boring for people, so that's why I want to vary it up because obviously I like painting anything really, and that's why we'll have a go at doing these. So who we got on? We got NB568. Oh, we've been around a few times, haven't we? We've been watching a few of the other live streams. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to move the chat because I can't quite see it there. Say I need to get a another screen that I can have literally right in front of me so I can see it clearly. Because obviously, as you can see, I wear glasses. Um, so yes, sometimes seeing the chat can be difficult if it's not obviously right in front of me. But there we go. We'll pop that out, put it there, and oh, there we go. Again, I'm going to apologise now. When it comes to pronouncing names, I am so bad. I really am. So we've got Bort Deluxe is with us. Quojan. Have a great stream. Don't finish work till 7:30. I say this week I am basically doing different days or different times each day, just to sort of gauge when people are generally on. I'm kind of thinking I'm probably going to be going towards the evenings because that's when most people are on. Like UK in the evening, people in the UK will be on. People in America will be obviously up, and if people in Australia, it'll be them getting up in the morning. So that's what I'm probably going to end up doing them. But I just want to have a little bit of a mess around and do them. Yeah, here, there, and everywhere. Borderlux, have you tried turning it off again? Trust me, I have. And the problem is, obviously, I've got this headset. I've got these ones. Because obviously, as I was saying, probably like you guys, when I'm painting or doing things, I need to have something on in the background. Even if I'm not watching it, I'll have like Netflix streaming or Prime or something going on. Not necessarily watching it, but I need to have something in my ear. Or I do like listening to the 80s music, so that's kind of what I'll be doing. But for some reason, yeah, so this somehow was connected to my daughter's phone, which is why, even though it was showing up on my screen as being connected, it clearly wasn't. And for some reason, these little ear things weren't connected. But again, I'll work on that. And although to be fair, I did only sort of start messing about 5 minutes prior to going live. So maybe I should start a half hour earlier, make sure it's all working. And yeah. Razor Plest sent 5 miniature hobbyist gift memberships. Oh, well done. Cheers for that. That's much appreciated. I've never seen that sort of pop up before. So that's, yeah, cheers for doing that. Forget Facebook, stay with us on the tubes. Well, it is. I mean, I can't see anyone really joining on Facebook. Oh, there's one person. So hello, person on Facebook. Um, Again, it's just to try, because on Facebook, obviously, I've got a Facebook page. I use it a little bit. I should use, I mean, social media. I'm so pants. I really do need to do more, not necessarily advertising, but promote myself. Well, it is advertising, isn't it? I need to put myself out. Well, these have just gone off now. Maybe that's why they weren't working. Um, but yeah, I'll get that sorted for next time. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is always really my main thing. So Facebook is just a sort of side bit. And I say for some reason on Facebook, I have to have it portrait. So literally on Facebook, all they can see is a little bit of a screen sort of here. Um, yeah, I really thought I'd be able to do both horizontal on both sort of platforms, but clearly not. Jesse Miller finally caught alive. Hope all is well. Yeah, all's good here. Obviously, it's too warm. I've had enough. Yeah, it's ridiculously warm. YouTube just interrupted the live stream to show me an ad. Really? Okay. Because I have got the ads on obviously my videos, but it shouldn't show it sort of straight away. I mean, when you first like log in, like any one of my videos, when you first log into a video, I think sometimes a video, ad pops up, but you shouldn't see, yeah, you shouldn't really see them once you're in. Well, just let me know, Dread. I'll have to check because the problem is with the ads, I don't control when they're shown. But I would have thought they'd only be shown, say, when you first log into the video, like a normal video, and then maybe at the end. But yeah, if the ads do keep popping up, let me know because obviously I don't want. Basically, I want it to be ads at the very beginning. So when you first log in, there's an ad, blah blah blah. Then you come into the stream, and then it's stream. But yeah, if the ads do come up, let me know. Because if they do keep coming up, then I will turn them off because that's not what I want. Anyway, so yeah, obviously this video is sponsored by Dragon Hoard Collectibles. They kindly sent me the Armageddon box for me to paint, and they also sent me this. Um, so I'm just, why can't I? Oh, let me go skip. There we go. Yeah, they also sent me this, the Stealth Battle Suits Kill Team, which is pretty cool. So let's just click that. Again, the more of these I do, the better they'll be. I've lost the chat box now. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to be painting today. So basically, they've sent me this so that I can paint it up, send it back, and then they can use it when they do gaming nights. So anyone who wants to play Kill Team that doesn't have a Kill Team, yeah, they can use this one. So that's why they've sent me this to paint up. I've never really painted these before. Obviously, there's not a whole lot going on paint-wise, so that's kind of cool because it should be relatively quick. But for all these, I've done something a little bit different because obviously rather than priming in black and then dry brushing white, obviously because these are meant to be like metallic robots, I guess, I thought I would go straight in and prime them in silver. Because this way, when I do go to paint them, you should see some of that like silver color come through whatever sort of speed paint dipping ink I use. Obviously the ones on the box, they're white and black with a little bit of red. My favourite colour is orange, so I'm going to go with orange and black. You'll see me using this on the orks. So obviously all the orks that I've done, yeah, they've got all that colour. Um, but I'm just going to see if I can turn the Facebook off because it's messing up my screen because I basically got a landscape and a horizontal view, which is just a little bit bizarre. So I can't do anything with that. Horizontal colours, but okay. Ah, there we go. Cool. That's much better. I can see what's going on now. So yeah, so these are going to get painted orange and black using the good old amber glow dip. And so I just want to do the metallic colour underneath, just because then it'll sort of shine through a little bit. I'll probably still do what I've done with these dudes and do a little bit of kind of like dry brushing. I use the little spongy effect, just sort of dab on, just to make it look like some areas the paint's kind of like worn off, really. So yeah, without further ado, hopefully let's get into painting these and see how we get on. So each one of these sort of these are kind of like test live streams for me to obviously set things up, see when people are on. They're all going to be about 2 hours-ish. That seems like a decent time to obviously be online, let people know that I'm online, and hopefully people will sort of join us. Um, let's just have a quick little look. Yeah. Uh, Conrad Ben, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, buddy. Hope you are all well. Dreadfate used to at the beginning. Well, that's it. Yeah. If there's any more interruptions, yeah. So definitely let me know if any ads do pop up. Let's say one at the beginning is fine, but when we're going through, yeah. Hopefully there's some extra towel bits to add to the old bases. I think there might be. Yeah, because I've got the box. There should be some bits. Oh no, there's not really a lot left in the box, to be honest. Yeah, I think pretty much I've kind of stripped it all bare. I'm not sure if that's because I put them in my bits box or I literally used all the bits on the miniatures. No real idea. As I say, this is going to get sent back to Dragon Hoard Collectibles, so they can obviously then, well, use it for people who want to play the game. So I say they've all been primed in silver. Even these funny dudes, obviously masked up the clear tube that's obviously keeping it up there. Again, all the live streams I do, whatever I paint in the live streams will be turned into probably a shorts video, so you'll be able to see the full process. So if you were here for the last sort of day or so when I was painting these dudes up, as well as their little dudes, there will be a video showing the full process from start to finish, and it'll be a lot quicker than watching obviously the live streams. So if you do watch a live stream, you will notice I do talk quite a lot, or waffle, basically, because it doesn't always make a lot of sense. Right, so we're going to go with the orange. So I'm going to paint them, obviously, how they are. Again, this is what we kind of discussed yesterday, that sometimes the hardest thing about the painting is choosing the colours. So that's why I say, luckily, there's not too much going on. There's just bits of white, bits of black, and they take little highlights there. So these are going to be pretty much the same. Except the white bits I'm going to be painting orange, black bits going to keep with the black, and the red, yeah, might still go with the red, see how the red looks with the orange. If not, I might do a white or something contrasty. Jedi, good afternoon to you. Hope you are all well. So yeah, so we're going to paint the, is it X, oh no, 1526 stealth battle suits. Never painted these before. It's always good to try something new. I say, especially when it's for sort of someone else, which makes things a lot easier because then I haven't got to decide what I'm painting really. So yeah, any questions throughout the video, just sort of pop them up. I'll try and answer them, or chat amongst yourselves, or just sit back, relax. Yeah, do whatever it is you're kind of doing. Really, pretty cool. So with these, say some bits are going to go black. Well, the good thing is it doesn't matter if I go over bits that I shouldn't go over because I'm going to use an acrylic black, which will literally obviously. So I could literally just paint the whole thing orange and then go over with that. But obviously I can tell there's a lot of black bits. Yeah, do you guys struggle with that? Say something new like this, it is difficult to work out what bits I should do orange, what bits black or silver. Yeah, let's just chuck some paint on. I said, Drewster, hey, does June you have Facebook view, any fixed comments? If possible, question. Yeah, that is because some of my videos, if they are sponsored by a company, basically anyone can what is it they do? You can promote a video. So anyone could go onto one of my videos and what's the word? Promote it, sponsor it. Basically, you can pay YouTube to push your video out to more people, and that's what a lot of the companies do. So I'm guessing whatever video it is you're talking about, Drew, it's probably one that's been sponsored by whatever company is in the video, and they've paid for ads, not ads. Again, I can't think of the word, but they basically promoted it. So that's why some videos go absolutely nuts, but the ratio of likes, comments, all that kind of stuff isn't good, because when they promote it or push it out to people, it gets pushed out to anyone. Whereas obviously my videos, if they're not promoted in that way, get pushed out to people in the hobby. So that's why the ones that are in the hobby will like the video, will comment on video. So yeah, any you see that are just nuts, that's because whatever company sponsored me to do the video, they've then paid to promote that video out. But say when they pay to promote it out, it doesn't go out to people in the hobby. It can go out to anyone. It can go out to your uncle, your aunt, your milkman who isn't interested in that video. Does that answer the question? Hope so. Yeah, Reddit and YouTube. Say Instagram. I do whenever I get something new, I do look on Instagram just to see, yeah, what colours people have used. But again, this is why I like doing orks, because with orks, you really can do any colours. Well, unless they're obviously in a clan, and then they need to be whatever colour that is. But yeah, typically orks are more fun because they can be, well, a whole variety of colours, and they don't have to be sort of a single colour. You really can go nuts and paint them, yeah, paint them a variety of stuff. No, I'm not buying views. Let's say that's what the companies are presumably doing. Because yeah, if anything, buying views will harm the channel and not do it good. Because like I say, if a video is getting, if you looked at 87 views but only 36 comments, well, it's the likes that's probably the worst, but 188 likes for 87,000 views. And say it's because it's getting pushed out to people who wouldn't be interested in, well, painting miniatures. So yes, this is why I like the idea of doing these, say, priming in silver, just so whatever colour I do put over the top, you can see through. Obviously, with the exception when I do the black, because it is an acrylic paint, so it will just cover the silver, well, hopefully, nicely. So yes, I think if in doubt, I'm just going to paint lots of this orange and then go over afterwards and paint in any sort of like extra detail that needs to be black or, well, or whatever other colour there is. So it looks like his centre face is definitely a different colour. So has anyone ever played with these dudes? Say the kill team. Um, yeah, I've never seen these ones. They look quite big and chunky, so presumably they must be pretty good. Well, make sure my hand's in the right place. Yes, I have to admit, Reddit. I have got a Reddit account, but I don't really use it that much. Maybe I do need to start using it more. As this will say, the problem I have, I don't really use social media probably half as much as I should. I do have obviously accounts with Instagram, Pinterest, but I don't always sort of publish things on there. Um, yeah, maybe I do need to start doing some more stuff on them ones. So again, I'm basically trying to sort of copy the what's on the picture. Drake, you just had another ad. Okie dokie. Cheers for letting me know. Right, I'm not sure if I can stop them without having to stop the. Well, let's have a look. Where would it be? So basically, what Dread's saying is, I've done it now, so the ads go on the video, but they should go on the video like my normal videos. So when you first log on to a live stream, a video should come up. And then once the live stream is then, because all the live streams I do then get turned into a video. So then when you watch the live stream, that should have ads like sort of spread out throughout it. But if you're getting another ad, well, no, because I don't want ads to popping up because I've literally been on what 20 minutes. So yeah, ads shouldn't be popping up like every 20 minutes. Well, I know you obviously can just click on it to get it off, but that's not kind of what I wanted. Um, but say when I do sort of click ads, it is just literally a button you click. Basically, ads. It's basically you click monetize on the videos, and then YouTube does well whatever YouTube does with the ads. Um, yeah, I might not be able to change anything now because say there's no there's no setting, there's no tick box for me to do. But I will untick the tick box next time. And then what I'll do is once the video or the live stream's complete, then I can go in and monetize it afterwards. Um, yeah, because I say I don't want ads just popping up throughout a live stream because that will get very annoying very quick. Yes, as I was saying, I'm trying to obviously just copy these. But obviously, a lot of it is going to be black. So I'm kind of thinking what I might do with the black, rather than doing the acrylic color, I might do a speed paint black, just so it does have a little bit of a sheen shine to it, and doesn't look too dull. If that's the right sort of word. Um, but we'll have a look. I'll see how much I can get orange. Because it just seems to be a few shoulder pads. There's not really a lot on their legs, but it is orange. Obviously, I can paint it however I want, but yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to pick out bits I like, really. And I think with this one, rather than say with the orcs, obviously I kind of gave them a coat and a half, as in I painted them, and then before it even dried, I did like another coat over the top. I think with these though, I won't because you will be able to see a little bit of there's a little bit of the shine sort of coming through to make it look obviously like they are made of metal, really. undone. Sort of six, no, five. How many are there? One, two, three, four, five. So you've got five of the actual sort of robot dudes. You've got whatever this thing is. Is that like a beacon of some sort? I guess. I don't know. I because I have no idea how these ones work. Um, but yeah. Ah, so yeah. I've got my iPad going. So with the video with the ads, does it like take up just half the screen? That's quite different, isn't it? Again, I've never seen ads, well, pop up like that. And yeah, whatever these sort of, oh, these are pretty cool. These ones, I like these. But let's paint one of these up next. Again, it's always knowing what bit to paint orange and what bit to paint black. Uh, I think with the guns, I'm going to go all orange and then just pick out some details later. Yes, half the screen. Yeah, yeah. I've never seen that before. Yeah, I'll have to have a little look, see if there's any settings when I do the monetization on live streams, um, to see if there is a way so ads don't come up until that video's or the live stream's finished, and then it gets turned into a video, which is and the ad overrides the audio. Ah, okay, yeah, because obviously I've got no audio, so I've yeah. Cheers for letting me know, Dread. Um, Yeah, so apologies for this live stream. When the ad does come up, obviously quickly click it off. I will check to see what settings there are, if any, that I can do to monetize the videos, um, but do it so any ads come on when it's being turned into a proper video and not during the live stream. Especially as you've had two ads now in half an hour, which is a bit, yeah, annoying if more than anything. And we'll do something similar with the other, I don't know, flying saucer, for a better word. Oh, Oh, so the other thing I was going to ask, do you guys want me to put any like background music on? So when I'm not talking, there's still something going on. Um, whatever I did, whatever background music I did sort of find, it would be very low, very quiet, and calming. Uh, as I say, because obviously, especially now, because I've not got anything in my ears, I know, as in sound, I know when I'm not talking, it just seems crazy quiet. Um, because like I'm always watching something, or more often than not, I've probably got music on. I do like listening to a good old bit of 80s sort of stuff. So yes, I know when I'm not talking, it does seem very quiet. It's like it's too quiet. Yeah, so the plan with this live stream is to go till about 6. To say throughout this week, I'm going to be doing different live streams at different times in the day. Each one going to be about 2 hours ish, just to sort of see what days of the week are good, what times of the week are good. I might do the same next week, but again, whatever days I'm doing or times I'm doing this week, I'll do something different next week. Just try and find out what suits everyone, and then get into some sort of like a schedule of doing it. I say because every day I'm painting miniatures. I don't think there's ever really a day that I'm not painting something or 3D printing something or building something. Yeah, pretty much every day I am doing something. So I may as well be doing it and live streaming it. Yeah, I might try and find some background music, say just to play. Again, it will be really quiet, but just for those moments where I'm not talking, it's not sort of deadly quiet. Yeah, let's quickly check something. Yeah, at least like whatever I did on Facebook, I think it's come off Facebook anyway. So yeah, I'm not going to bother doing this on YouTube and Facebook. Say the fact it goes into portrait mode means it's going to be very difficult to to try and do both sort of different screens at the same time. Yes, I kind of feel there's gonna be too much black when I do get around to doing the black on these. Again, I think what I'm gonna do is do some orange, then do some black, and then see if there's more panels that need to be, well, orange or black. Yeah, maybe I should have had a little look at other people's paintings of these. Let's say, because obviously the box is quite not bland, but there's not obviously a lot going on. But I guess that could be how the robots just look, just a couple of colours. We'll see. Hello, Alejandro Amaparino, 3000. Yeah, good to have you guys here. Good to have you all here. So yeah, same. Hello to everyone who's out there ready. Cheers for joining me for another live stream. So yeah, so like I was saying in yesterday's live stream, what I want to try and do with these live streams is obviously then be obviously very interactive. Um, the idea is obviously because I don't sort of get out and sort of sit with other people painting, but this can be sort of our way of being together and painting. So yeah, so definitely after your sort of input into what you want to see me paint, and how you want to see me paint it, as in the colours. Um, I haven't done it yet, but what I am going to do is I'm going to go through my pile of fun, which is up on the shelf to my right. I'm going to jot down everything that I've got, because I think I've got some other bits down here. Plus, I have got some obviously pillage stuff to paint as well. I do have the zombicide. I've got 4 boxes of that, which I think only one of them I've even looked at. So basically, any miniatures I've got, I'm going to do a list somewhere, whether it's guys. Yeah, check out. I'll just put my link on Facebook, so I do have like a page on Facebook. So maybe that's where I can put the list of all the miniatures that I've got that I need to paint. And then you guys can obviously decide or let me know which ones you want to see me paint next. Um, yeah, could be a good way to go because let's say then I want to sort of vary what I paint. Otherwise, if you guys don't let me know what you want me to paint, the chances are I'm going to be painting orcs and more orcs and just orcs. Yeah, because I do have a lot of orcs, so there's a lot to paint. I do have a lot, obviously, space marines. I forgot what they're called, but they're like the dwarf dwarf space marines, but they're not space marines. They're dwarf chunky monkey guys in armor. Um, I've got there's about 5 different Blood Bowl teams. So anyone who's in a Blood Bowl, I can obviously list what I've got there. Plus, I do have a couple of big bits. Um, Auric, is that one father, a rune father? Um, I don't know. So I've got, yeah, there's definitely a variety of things to paint. I guess a lot of it comes down to I do paint obviously my favourite things first, which is why I do a lot of orc stuff. But obviously I bought this other stuff for me to try out because it's always good to experience trying to paint new things. So yeah, yeah, guys, check out the link to Facebook. I haven't really got a link. Oh, so I haven't put a link. Yeah, I'm gonna put a link to Facebook. So if you go and if you want to see what I've got to paint, then click on the link and yeah, follow along on Facebook. And then say you guys can kind of decide what it is that I start painting next. Right, there we go. So in chat, you should be able to see a link to my Facebook page. Click on that, give it a follow, and then rather later today or tomorrow, I will write a list of everything I've got in my pile of fun. And yeah, you guys can have a little look and see what you want me to paint next. Pretty cool. Alexander Moniak, hello to you too. These guys are cool. What's that they from? These are, I've never seen these before, but these were sent to me by Dragon Hoard Collectibles. So it's a kill team, and they're the XV-26 stealth battle suits. So yeah, some nice big chunky looking things, and a couple of these sort of roving, floating machine guns, which I think are pretty cool too. Yeah, so I'd never seen these before, but these were sent to me, say, by Dragon Hoard Collectibles, for me to paint up. Then I'm going to send them back so that they can use them. Basically, I think they're going to hold like kill team nights. So basically, it's a local gaming store. Click on the link down below, you'll be able to see more information about them. They're going to hold obviously gaming nights, and obviously kill teams going to be one of the games they're going to do. So yeah, so they sent me these for me to paint, send them back. So anyone who turns up there who doesn't have obviously a kill team can use these, which I think is pretty cool. But the other thing I really like, say I went and saw Dragon Horde Collectibles about a few weeks ago to pick up the Dragon, the Armageddon big box set. So really friendly guys there, really nice to chat to. So they're going to be doing sort of gaming nights as well. Plus they do a lot of second-hand stuff. I mean, that's how they kind of started on eBay. So if you are getting new to the hobby and just getting into it, definitely buy second-hand miniatures because obviously you can be so much cheaper than buying brand new ones. So especially if you're getting sort of you're new to the hobby and you're not sure well whether you want to do it or not, then yeah, get some second-hand miniatures, have a go at painting, and then if you enjoy, buy loads more, like everyone else. Plus, the other thing I might do as well on Facebook is do a little poll over there, um, as in like times for me to live stream. I'm kind of thinking probably the best time to do them is in the evening in the UK, kind of like 8 o'clock onwards, because that's when obviously most people have finished work in the UK. They're at home. Most people in America are obviously awake and up because my two biggest obviously viewers locations is America. I think it's top. I think America's coming in around about 30% of my views are from America. I think something like 18 to 20% is from the UK. Then I think it's Germany next, and then I think it's Australia, and then obviously loads of obviously other countries, but they're like the top sort of four. So that's why I'm kind of thinking, even though I'm doing obviously this live stream a bit earlier, it's just to see if people are on. But I think possibly the time I will normally be going for will be 8 p.m. UK time. I mean, that being said, I was up at 3 this morning. Couldn't sleep for whatever reason. So I got up at 3, came in, did a little bit of painting, watching a bit of TV. I almost did a live stream at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I think the reason why I didn't was just in case I do a live stream at 3 o'clock in the morning and there's loads of people on. 3 o'clock isn't really the time I want to be doing live streams. That's not to say I wouldn't do them at 3 in the morning in the UK, but ideally I would rather do them normal sort of hours. Um, but that being said, if there's loads of people up 3 in the morning in the at that time, then yeah, maybe that would be the that could be the schedule I'd go for, and then just sleep during the day. So yeah, guys, let me know what sort of games, miniatures you sort of like. Um, and yeah, I can obviously sort of see if I've got any of those, or if I haven't, I'll get them. I say obviously I have got quite a lot of boxes up there to do, but I'm more than happy to get more boxes. um, Dred, you wish you could paint as often as me. Well, I say it's only because obviously I do this full time, so that's kind of why obviously I am lucky that I have I have all the time to paint because this is kind of what I do, which is yeah I must admit, I know I am lucky that I get to paint a lot, and I certainly do enjoy it. Well, the painting and obviously the making. As I say, I'm currently making another kill team board, but this one's I don't know if it's twice the size as a normal one or maybe even more. But yeah, I'm making a new kill team board and it should be big enough, or it is big enough, that 4 people can play on it at once, which I think would be a lot of fun, especially if all 4 people were out for themselves. So you could possibly gang up on someone to try and get rid of them. Uh, but yeah, I mean that'd be quite a cool game. Yeah, I think there's a fair chance I'm going to be painting more orange on these because I think if anything, I'd rather they were more orange than black. Um, but say at the moment, I'm kind of almost copying what the box looks like or the box art. Um, but yeah, I'm going to say paint these bits, then do some black, and then possibly go over and do a lot more orange. Right, let's paint up this little thing. So this is, I'm not too sure what this is or what it does. Um, yeah, I've not looked up the data sheet or whatever it is to see how these guys work or what their abilities are. Okay, so the reason I was doing a little test earlier, just with the sound, is say obviously I'm sitting at a desk in the corner of the living room, and what I want to be able to do is obviously do live streams at any time of the day, but it not affect obviously other people who want to be in the living room, watch TV and chat. So that's why I was trying to see if the microphone I've got is like directional, as in it only picks up the voice that's coming like towards it. I don't think it does. I think the microphone I've got, I mean, yeah, it has got slits on the side, so I'm guessing it picks up sound from like all around. So I might need to get a new microphone that is directional, so it only picks up my voice and not say if the TV's going or whatever. Because obviously, say I want to be able to do live streams at any time of the day, but if there's people in here and they want to watch TV, then obviously you're going to get TV noise in the background, which yeah, which obviously be no good. So again, there will be another live stream tomorrow, and I think tomorrow I'm going to go back to the sort of 8 p.m. UK time, because I'm kind of sure that's the time that I used to live stream like a few years ago when I used to do them. But as I say, if I'm up again 3 o'clock in the morning, I might do one then just to see. Yes, forgot to do this guy. We didn't on this one. His head, his shoulder. Alexander, you don't recall hearing anything from me. Well, that was in that sort of test one I did earlier, about half three, 3 past 3. Um, I know the TV wasn't on loud, and again there was no one talking. Because I know that's because I did try it with obviously with my headset. Obviously, it does have a little microphone, so I know on this the chances are it would only pick up my voice and nothing else. Um, it's just because it's so warm, I don't really want things covering my ears. Because honestly, it's so humid in the UK at the moment. It's nuts. I mean, I went out for a walk today. It's sunny out there, but it's a little bit cloudy. But it's still just so humid. It's ridiculous. So I say, I know if I wore this thing, the chances are this wouldn't pick up anything else going on in the living room. Um, so yes, I may well use that. But so the idea was to not have to wear a headset. But I mean, at the moment, there's only like one person in here and they're on their phone. But I know obviously coming evening time, that's more likely when people will be in the living room, obviously watching TV, um, or talking, really. So, Jed, what's that? Put on sharp 3 rounds a minute. Put on sharp 3 rounds a minute. I have to admit, I've got no idea what what that is you're saying. Sorry, Dred. Can you explain what that is? I don't know. Put on sharp 3 rounds a minute. No, I've got no idea. I can't even guess. But then again, this is where I do have a brain like a sieve. So if anything's been mentioned earlier, or even if I've just said something that would make sense with that, the chances are I've forgotten. Yeah, when I say I've got a bad memory, we are talking bad memory. Uh, Richard Sharp series, Sean Bean. Oh, okay. I like Sean Bean. Napoleonic. Hmm. I'm not really into era stuff unless it's like knights and Romans, and then I love it. Knights, Romans, obviously fantasy stuff. So you chuck a dragon in, and I'm there. Or zombies. Yeah, I've seen so many films just because I've had the word or zombie in the title. There's been a lot of rubbish out there. But yeah, I am a sucker for zombie movies or series. Just love zombies. Alexander, the humidity. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's just it's not nice, is it? I say I love the sun, but you really do need a nice cool breeze coming in, or obviously just to be sitting in a pool all the time. There you go. I could do some painting from a pool. That'd be all right. Yeah, definitely going to paint these a lot more orange. Um, so what I'm going to do though, I'm going to paint some bits black. Because I kind of like the idea of doing them like the stormtroopers. So most of the big bits are white, but then like the gaps and joins, that would be the other color, the black bits. But yeah, we'll see. Although I'm still in the quandary now whether to do acrylic black, so it will be like a strong black, oh, pardon me, or stick on a bit of grim black, so there's a little bit of contrast going on. Well, again, oh, the grim black. I mean, you can see from the lid. Well, you might be able to see from the lid. It does have a hint of green or a tint of green, whereas the intensity ink is is a nice black. But because I use that a lot, it's starting to run out. Uh, or something the other one I quite like. Not necessarily, obviously, it's not a black. Um, a good old Gravelord Grey. Again, it's quite light. This is one that if you do put like a couple of coats on, then it does go darker. Um, all right, guys, you can decide. Here we go. Let's get the interaction going. What colour should I do other parts of these? And by other parts, I really want to do like the bits in between armour. So there's a fair chance I'm going to do a lot more painting on the armour on this. But the bits in between, which one of these should I do? Uh, can't even talk now. Gravelord Grey, the intensity ink black, grim black, or even just go for a full-on acrylic like black. Um, yeah, so there's the choice. I'm gonna have a cookie while you guys decide. Um, well, that's if you decide. If you don't decide, then I'll just pick one. I'll pick one at random. But we'll have a little cookie. Just messing about with some settings again. Oh, I lost my chat box again. Let's have a little look. See, there's only two answers and they're both different. So we've got it down to Grave Lord Grey and the Grim Black. Right, so okay, so we'll get rid of the other two straight away then. And these ones. But I say the only problem I have with the Grim Black is that hint of green. I just don't like it. That's why this bottle, this bottle's almost full. I think I've used it a few times, and I think if I don't shake it, it comes out even more greener. Um, and yeah, I must admit, I'm not the best at shaking bottles. I really don't shake them that much, or not as much as I should do. But then, will that show up that much? Hmm. We're going to go with the Grim Black, even though I say it is. You've had two more ads. Yeah, again, apologies, guys, if the ads are popping up. Um, Obviously, with my videos, they're monetized, which basically means, obviously, when you first click on it, you'll get an ad. I don't know, they might put another ad in the middle somewhere. I'm not too sure. Again, with the ads, I don't have control over them. It's YouTube. Um, but obviously, with the live streams, I've clicked on them to be monetized as well. The reason being, obviously, with the live streams, they all get turned into like a normal video afterwards. So people can then just click on it and watch. And obviously, the reason for it being monetized is so when you first click on it, ad comes up, blah, blah, blah. You watch it for half hour, whatever distance it is, another video comes up. But what seems to have happened this morning, or this afternoon even, Dreads, because I've asked Dread to let me know when ads come up. But I've been on for what, just over an hour, and I think there's been about 4 or 5, which is just nuts. So again, apologies that ads are coming up. That's not the intention. The ads are meant to be there when this gets turned into a normal video, and then there's ads. So yeah, apologies. Ludovic, bonjour to you too. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, I know I certainly am, because obviously I'm here sitting, painting, chatting with you guys. Could do with it being a bit cooler. I've even got the fan, and this time I've got the fan. It's not quite on me because I don't like air blowing on me. Or not from a fan anyway. If there's a cool breeze outside, yeah, lovely. But fans, they they give me neck issues. So the fan is currently going above my head, so it's somewhere sort of up there. Um, but yeah, right. So we're going to paint him, and we're going to do him with grim black. Again, really not too sure what bits to do. Oh, so by the looks of it, their feet. So it's almost like they've got hooves. So the hooves are the orange. Right, I'm going to quickly go around and do all the hooves orange, and then we'll start doing a few bits black. Might need a little bit more orange. Again, I'm not the best at taking care of my brush. um, yeah, I've been using this one for at least the last 4 months. It's had a lot of use, and as I say, I've never ever cleaned a brush. Typically, when I paint, they get wiped on a wet wipe. Obviously, I lick them, but I have now got a cup of water. But that's primarily because I wanted to do a little bit of well, watering down the paints last night. But yeah, so typically my brushes, I use them, and then bin them. But as I said last night with this one, this is pretty cool. This comes off, there's a spring in there. It does normally just fall out. Because of the heat, it's expanded. So you have to push it. So you push it down, it'll pop out and you pop a new one in, which is pretty cool. Um, hmm. Yeah, so we'll just do their feet, although it looks like, say, looks like they've almost got hooves on. Doesn't really matter if I go over the base because that's going to get sorted out later. Yeah, so I don't think anyone's watching on Facebook. I know I've got it on. Um, but yeah, so the fact that it has to go in portrait mode is a little bit weird because obviously I've got everything set up so it's in horizontal mode. But we'll see. Because obviously once this is done, then I can go and watch it and see if it is worth streaming over there as well. I mean, because ideally I'd put notifications over on Facebook just to say I'm live streaming here. But yeah, guys, don't forget, click on the link. I'll pop it up again just in case you missed it earlier. So this is my Facebook sort of page. And what I'm going to be doing over there is I am going to list all the boxes, basically all the miniatures I've got to paint. I'm going to list over there. So you guys can kind of decide what it is you want to see me paint in the live streams, really. Mm. Oh, I think I should be painting more at the bottom, but let's paint more. Again, I've never painted these before. I've never even really looked at painted versions of these before, which I probably should have done, just to see how I wanted to paint them, really. So at the moment, I'm kind of just going by the box art. So it doesn't matter if I get it on the base, because that's going to be sorted out later. And one more to go. Cool. Right, so now we'll have a go at using the Grim Black for doing some, well, other bits on them. So warm. And the thing is, it's not even like I've got lights on me. I do have a big light up there. Oh, pardon me. But as I'm obviously doing this during the day and it's still light outside, there's plenty of light coming in, so obviously you can see, well, see my face. Um, but yeah, I say, because I know the light can give off a bit of heat, but yeah, it's crazy. NB, the brush looks, yeah, again, I say I'm not, when it comes to the things that I use, I'm no expert in what you should sort of buy. All I know is what I like, and I like the feel of this brush. uh, yeah. Again, because I don't really take care of my either, it's not me sort of saying, oh yeah, you should buy an expensive brush or a cheap brush, because that makes no difference. So this is purely, again, like I was saying last night, compared to a normal brush, and this is like one of the thicker ones. I've got ones that are thinner than this. Um, I haven't got big hands or chunky hands, but after, because I've been using, say, about the last 4 months, I think I've had this. I'll have to go and check the first video. So this was sent to me by Golden Maple. Wasn't sponsored or anything. They just sent me it to sort of have a little play, have a try. But since using this, it's very difficult now to pick up one of these. It feels like I'm picking up just a little stick, which it pretty much is, because it's obviously pretty fine. So nothing wrong with the brush. Decent brush, decent hairs on the end, whatever they're called. Um, but yeah, it is just, this is just so comfy. Rightio, let's do some black on these dudes. I'm going to start with these flying saucers, just because there's not a lot really left to paint on them. And so let's see how greenish this the green. I mean, say I don't know how well you can see it in the lid. It doesn't look too green there, but it's definitely a hint of green. You had a look, and it's not that expensive. Cool. Because I'll have to admit, so when they sent me it, I didn't. I mean, I had a quick look at their website to see what they did. Because obviously, when I get emails asking people to send me stuff, I obviously want to make sure and have a look, see what it is they're going to send me. So I had a little look, and obviously they sent me this, and it did come with obviously a tube or more like again, I'm going to call them nibs because I'm not too sure what they're called. The end brush bit, where the brush is. Um, yeah, they sent me this as well, so I never actually looked to see what it cost. But no, it's good to hear that it's not expensive. Dredge you with a bunch of golden maple brushes. Oh, okay. Yours are the thinner ones. You have skinny fingers, so they're good for you. Yeah, I'm not got fat fingers. I haven't got long fingers, so maybe they are chunky because they're little. I don't know. But yeah, it's just nice. Right, so all these gubbins underneath. I think I'm just going to paint the whole lot black. Yeah, so I'm going to do obviously primarily black and orange, and once they're all covered, then pick out any areas that I think should be either a different colour or maybe even painted silver. I'm not going to cover that, but I'm definitely going to do with the kind of like a little eyeball there. That's going to definitely be red, I would have thought. Oops, I made a bit of a mess of the top there. Then I've done that. So I put masking tape around these because obviously these have got the clear sort of sticks there. Um, I did that obviously because these were primed in silver. So these weren't painted silver. These were we used the prime. So I used Colour Forge primers. Really good. Obviously, I've been using their matte black about the past 4 years. And I about 2, 3 years ago, then started using some of their coloured ones. Um, and yeah, just great coverage, go on really well. And obviously all very matte like, which is good. Yeah, gonna have to obviously touch up the top because I don't quite know what's happened. What's happened there? Um, Mortarian Centurious. Hello, good to have you here from Southern California. Nice. I would say you're having better weather than us, but yeah, we've been having some crazy warm weather here in the UK. Uh, but yeah, hello, good to have you here. So anyone who has just joined, just quickly go through what it is I'm actually painting. Well, you probably can tell, I guess. I'm not too sure, but it's these. So it's a kill team. The XV-26 stealth battle suits, the Tau Empire. So some nice chunky looking things. I've never painted these before, never even seen them before, but these were sent to me by Dragon Hoard Collectibles. Um, so basically what it is, I'm painting these up to then send back to them. So when they hold kill team nights, because it's a local gaming sort of store, when they hold games nights and they do kill team, anyone who doesn't have a kill team can obviously use this one to well to play a game with, which would be pretty cool. We'll paint this thing because I've got no idea what this is. Doesn't seem like it does much, or it probably does in the game, perhaps. Not too sure. Again, I don't know if it's the heat, but definitely having problems with the brush sort of spraying apart. Don't know whether you can see it. Yeah, it's only recent sort of started doing that in the last, well, I don't know, last couple of days. I mean, normally it is like a nice sort of thin point all the time. Um, yeah, don't know if it's the heat. I mean, obviously, I don't really wash my brushes properly, so it may well be that. The fact I've had it for say 4 months and it gets used every day. Um, yeah, it's probably not doing too bad because I consider I don't clean brushes. So these are primarily going to be sort of orange, black, and then I might do a few bits red here and there. Definitely going to do obviously a little eyeball red, and the same with obviously that thing. That's going to be a red eyeball. But yeah, for the moment, it can obviously be painted black. and then we'll add the red later. See, on these, the chest plates are like all black. Mm. Yeah, I'm going to stick with how they've done it, to be honest. Just because I can't really imagine if it's going to look better being orange or black. So I may as well stick with how they've done the box art sort of thing. But yeah, this is why I do like doing priming in silver, because when we do the speed paints over the top, they do still have that little sort of metallic look kind of come through, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so today's live stream is going to go on until, oh wow, it's 5:30 already. That's gone rather quick. Yeah, so today's live stream is going to go until 6. So just doing 2 hours sort of blocks here and there, just to see when's good for people. And then tomorrow's live stream, I'm going to go back to 8 p.m. UK time, um, just because I think that's probably going to be the time I'll probably end up doing, just because that's what I used to do before. Um, and yeah, I think it's when most people can kind of be on. No, the extra bits are different sizes. So with this, you get a number 2, a number 3, and then a 0 and a 1. Uh, I think I've got the biggest brush. Oh, that one's broke. Oh, oh that was about the same size, I think. But yeah, they are a little bit different in size. Not obviously a whole lot, I guess. Oh, that one's definitely smaller. Um, yes, you can obviously just buy the replacement nibs, ends, whatever you may want to call it. I may have some paint stuck in the metal part. Ah, yeah, yeah. And that's what's sort of pushing them out. Boil in some water, put a submerge the bristles for a short time. Cheers for that, Dread. I will do that. Say, I must admit, I don't think I've ever really cleaned brushes. Um, oh, that's kind of a lie. I guess with the dry brushes, although this one's had it done for a while. Yeah, these I do sometimes run under a hot tap, just because, like this one, it's it's gone a little bit solid. Um, but again, because I've got quite a few dry brushes, I like to leave some of them that are a bit matted, a bit, well, rough. Oh, pardon me. And then these ones I'd use on like terrain buildings, vehicles, because then when you do the dry brushing, you do get like some scratch marks rather than it being nice and smooth. So sometimes that can give obviously a decent effect. But with vehicles, with obviously the miniatures, you really want a smoother, obviously dry brushing, which this possibly wouldn't give you now because say it's definitely in need of cleaning. But yeah, so it's pretty cool that you can just, well, swap these out when needed. Have I lost one? Oh, shoot. you go. But yeah, so maybe tonight I will give this brush its first clean, because clearly there's something in there that is keeps pushing the brushes out. Um, so yeah, I just want to put it in some warm water and then twisters. Yeah, twisters are dry, but I definitely yeah. So even putting it in like cold water, trying to give it a clean, doesn't quite work as well as it should. Dread, you using a beaten up brush for rust? Yeah, well that's why I do occasionally throw away brushes, but sometimes it is worth keeping the rougher ones for some rough work, really. I must admit, it is hot because the paint is drying so quick in this. Normally, this silicone poppet thingy, you put paint in it and it'll last a good few hours before it even starts to sort of evaporate. Um, but yeah, I do feel like it's evaporating quicker than I'm using it, um, which is absolutely nuts. Derelictor. Yeah, good to see. Well, obviously I can't quite see you, but good to hear from you. Yeah, yeah, very well, mate. Yeah, very well. Apart from say the heat, it's just too much, and say the paint is drying out quick. And I don't know if you saw the other day, even when I take miniatures outside and prime them. I've got the old weird boy here, but when I primed him, literally the paint was hitting the miniature. The thing is though, the paint is kept inside, so it's not like the paint was outside, so the tin was hot in any way. Paint was inside, tin felt normal, gone to prime him, but as you can see from the cracks, literally as the paint is hitting the miniature, it's just drying instantly and cracking. It did it all over. So I tried to clean the miniature and I saw someone use isopropyl alcohol, but they used obviously 50%. The one I've got is a 99.9 because I use it to clean miniatures for 3D printing. So when I used it on this guy, when literally I dipped him in, took him out, got a brush, started obviously wiping to get rid of the paint. As soon as I did it, you could see his face was starting to melt. I mean, luckily the rest of his body isn't too bad. There's definitely some definition lost from the skull in there, but yeah, his face unfortunately looked like a burn victim. So that's why I've stuck a mask over the top, which I think is pretty cool. Makes him look even weirder for being a weird boy. Yeah, we want to be weird. But yeah, the heat, it's definitely affecting and messing up the paints because they are drying just far too quick. So yeah, roll on autumn. Yeah, I guess the problem is this as well. With this miniature, with the paint drying so quick, by the time I'm getting round to a bit, if it's dried, I then go over it, then that bit's going to have like two coats because you'll be able to see the dried bit and then the wet bit. So it's almost like a rush to get round.
spider, cobweb, and skeleton around. And then see drawing.
Nice.
Yes. So much fun. I only buy lashes Sunday. And then everything tomorrow. And these were expected to be in the 60s. No, please not too much.
One.
So.
Yeah, definitely going to do some red bits sort of over this as well, because I think just the black and orange, yeah, it's almost like too little going on, I think. Plus, the question is, do I do battle damage? Say, because typically I like things to look a bit rusty, a bit sort of beaten. These are almost going to look too neat and too clean. Yeah, because even with the orks I did yesterday, I was contemplating doing a lot of rust on all their armor. But then this is where sometimes when I paint things, you have to know when to stop, because otherwise, I mean, I like that. I like the look of this. I think he's come out really well, and obviously all his mates look exactly the same. And yeah, I'm really happy with how they look. But I do keep thinking about making them look a bit rusty. But I know that if I start doing it and it doesn't look good, I'll be like, oh, why did I do that? Uh, so I think for the moment, I'm just going to leave these as is and call that done. Um, Even though I really want to make them look rusty. And that is obviously the other issue with the heat. My glasses keep slipping, which is certainly a pain. Yeah, this was there's so much black going on this. Um, yeah, I'm definitely going to go over with red and do red. Not a lot of it, but there's definitely going to be some bits picked out with red. Nippon, what kind of brush is that? Has a nice handle. It looks somewhat ergonomic. Yeah, I think a lot of people seem to be commenting on the brush. It is. It's very ergonomic. If you can give me 2 seconds, guys, I'll be back in just a second. So about that, just saying goodbye to my daughter. She's just off out for, well, the afternoon with her friends. Yeah, the brush, it's golden maple. Link down below. Definitely ergonomic. Yeah, seem to love the brush. I know I love it. Yeah, link down below. Go check it out. And it's got changeable nibs. Basically, that just gets pushed out. You put a new one in. Gosh, got little magnets on it. And obviously, I love magnets. Um, but yeah, lovely brush, golden maple. Check out link down below. Um, I'm not an affiliate with them. They literally just sent me one for free just to try. That was about 4 months ago. I've not put it down. I do need to clean the brush. I don't clean brushes. But yeah, it's a lovely brush. Oh, no, saying that, I think I do have an affiliate link with them. Or do I? I think I do. Sure. But again, anything I do have affiliate links with, it doesn't cost you anything else. But I get some pennies back from it. I think if anything, most of the affiliate links I have, you actually get things a little bit cheaper. Um, but either way, whatever it is, it won't cost you any more. But to say, yeah, it's definitely it's the best brush, or definitely my favourite brush I've ever had. Um, to be honest, I've never really cared about what brush I use. Typically, I've always gone with the cheapest. Again, because I don't clean brushes, so I would literally buy a brush. Well, I'd buy a pack of brushes for like £1. You get about like 5 or 6 in a pack. Then use them until they literally fell apart, and then just buy more. So yeah, I've never really been that fussed or bothered with brushes. But this one, purely because obviously it's a nice grip. Yeah, this is my favourite, and it's my go-to brush, I guess. And the it does come, say, with, you can buy a little pack, and it'll have different sizes in it. So yeah, you buy one handle and then just buy different packs. That's obviously you want to have them all ready, so you buy more handles. But yeah, just get one handle and then all the packs. Uh, well, that's him kind of done. Yeah, so this is where, but I know I go on about it, but this is why I love orcs. I mean, which miniature would you rather play with? I mean, I know I prefer him. I mean, I do like robots. Don't get me wrong. Robots are cool, but yeah, this dude is nicer. Again, I am going to add a bit more colour to this because I think that's what it's lacking. It definitely needs a few bits here and there, just in red. Um, yeah, definitely. Right, so it's 10 to 6. I'm going to keep going. Say 6 o'clock. I'm going to end the stream. It's crazy how quick stream times go. So yes, I'm basically, guys, what I'm doing, I'm getting back into live streaming. Haven't done it for about 3 years, well, at least 2 3 years. So at the moment, I'm just doing live streams at different times during the day, just to see what works best. Even though I kind of know in my heart that it'll be the same time I used to do, which was I used to do I think 8 till 10. But then sometimes I used to extend them. Um, I mean, what it was when I used to do them, obviously some people used to tip. I'm not asking people to tip in any way or donate. But I think some people used to tip and ask me to stay on longer. Uh, and who am I to refuse? So yeah, typically I think the live streams will be 8 till 10 p.m. UK time, so that's in the evening. But say this week I'm just going to do them different times, just in case there is a better time for people. But again, it depends on the day as well. Some days are going to be different to others. I was saying that is England playing football tomorrow or something? I think they are. I'm again. I'm not into football, so I know people are probably thinking, "What a donut! It's the World Cup." I'm not into football in any way. So even World Cup England playing, I don't care. I really don't care. I like rugby. Rugby is what I like watching. Football, I just hate it because everyone falls on the floor holding their knee like they're dying and they want their mummy. Don't want to go with me. If you like football, then you like football. I just don't. So yes, it's not worth me doing a live stream if there's football on, because obviously a lot of people do like football. But yeah, I need to have a look 'cause I'm sure they're playing tomorrow, and if they are, I'll check what time they're playing, and I won't do a live stream then because yeah, or something I might do because there might be people like me that don't like football. Anyway, I'm waffling as always. Right, so I'll paint a bit more of him. So yeah, so with the live stream tomorrow, again, what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to carry on painting these throughout today and tomorrow. So with tomorrow's live stream, I'll be painting something different. So yeah, guys, click on, again, I'm going to pop it up again just in case you haven't seen it. Not that there's been a lot of chat since I last did it. But I've got a Facebook page. I've just linked it. Click that, follow, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the miniatures I've got. Obviously, I've got a big shelf beside me, loads of miniatures up there. I've got some down there, and there's some over there somewhere. I'm going to go through all the miniatures I've got, list what I've got, and then people can comment what they'd like to see me paint next. It's like, so I want these live streams to be sort of interactive and me painting things that you guys obviously kind of want. Alexander, you like the green black? I have to admit, it does look more black than green because I know I've used this on some other things, and it's come out. And I say it's got this hint of green, and it's like, oh, especially when you want the black, and it comes out not quite black. But this doesn't seem to be too bad over the silver. And I'm definitely going to give my brush a bit of a clean as well because it only started happening yesterday, but as you can see, or not, it's kind of like sprayed open a little bit. It's not like the fine point it normally is. So it could be because there's paint down the bottom, or again, it could be the heat. I really don't know. So I think we're in our third or fourth week now of it just being hot, sunny. Yeah, and it's too much. And I think the hosepipe ban's come out now as well, which is crazy. So in England, if we get sun for like a week, that's it, hosepipe ban. So you're not allowed, you can't use your hosepipe in the gardens to, well, sprinkle water on the garden. You just got to let everything everything die. It's nuts. And again, apologies if there has been lots of ads popping up. And that was out of my control. I literally monetized the live stream like I do with normal videos. But I just assumed it would just do the video at the beginning when you first log on, and then it wouldn't keep doing it throughout the video, which apparently it has been doing. But not only that, it's done it a lot. Obviously, I want to earn money from this because this is how I earn my money. But yeah, I don't really want ads popping up. Well, I think that was it 4 ads in an hour, which is nuts. So I mean, if you got like one ad after an hour, yeah, that's not too bad. You've been watching an hour, ad pops up, you just click the skip button straight away. Jobs are good. But yeah, 4 ads in an hour, I think is a little bit annoying. Well, I would think it was annoying. And I certainly wouldn't want it to be the reason people obviously click off. So yeah, so I'm going to end the stream in a minute, guys. If you have got any questions, by all means, quickly ask. Say 6 p.m. I'm going to turn off. I probably will end up painting these, say, off camera. Because basically, what I typically do is I paint for a few hours, have a break, watch TV, have something to eat, obviously, and then do some more painting. But with the live streams, I say I'll be doing 2-hour live streams, possibly longer, depending on how they go. And ideally, I do want to get to the stage where I will schedule live streams. So everyone will know that on a Tuesday I'm doing it at 8 p.m, Thursday 8 p.m, or whatever days I'm doing or times, everyone will know. But yeah, there'll definitely be a lot more details over on the Facebook page. So social media is something I really need to do more of. because I don't really promote myself in any way, which I know I should. But like I always say, with this channel, even though I earn money from it, and this is how I earn my money now. I used to be a wedding photographer, but I've not done a wedding for at least 2 years, because I kind of phased them out. Obviously, COVID kind of hit and that messed things up. But yeah, so even though I do earn money from this, I don't want it to feel like a job. Um, I want it to feel, well, like a hobby, which is what it is. So that's why I do need to do ads to make money, but I don't want the ads to take over. That makes sense? Or I think I'm just waffling. Again, I think it's the heat. I, I think I should watch some of my live streams just to see how much I do drift off in my conversations. Alexander, you're not a sport fellow yourself. Sci-fi, fantasy, comic books. Yeah, yeah. The only sport I watch is rugby, and even then, I only watch rugby when it's England. Um, Although at the moment, I'm preferring watching the women's rugby. Well, for the last few years, I've been watching the women's rugby just because they are so good. I've been to a couple of matches. Again, I know I have been to a football match. Um, I've been to one football match. Oh, when was that? That would have been. God, I can't even think. It would have been something like 1986. I think I would have gone to a football match. I am old. Um, 86, 87 perhaps. I went to one football match, and that was only because I went with my brother and his mate, went up to Sunderland for the weekend. It was a drinking weekend, so it was like pretty much non-stop Friday to the Sunday, non-stop drinking, and we went to the football in the midst of that. And I think we watched Sunderland and I want to say Brentford. Again, this is where I've got a real lousy memory, but I can remember a lot of stuff when I was younger. Um, I can remember my first phone number when I was obviously little, my first car registration. Yeah, loads of things I can remember from when I was little or up to like 18, 20, and then it just becomes a haze. Not because I drink, because I don't drink. Um, I think I was on. I know I used to drink shandy a lot, so I've never been a real pop like pint drinker. I used to drink wine. I think it was my first drink when I was like 18, 19. Um, and then yeah, Strongbow. Yeah, I like Strongbow occasionally, but yeah. Anyway, again, waffling. Board Deluxe, thanks for streaming. Managed to get the dry brush. Your 10 Gretchen from the Armageddon box set. Excellent. White over black primer before some slapchop goodness. Awesome. Again, this is what I kind of want. I mean, whatever you guys do, you do. Some people might be at work, whatever. But it would be nice to sort of sit here painting and you guys being there painting. Um, and yeah, just listening to a bit of waffle, watching me paint. And yeah, chucking some comments in every now and then. Nippon, you're not a sports fan either. You don't even watch the World Cup. Yeah, yeah, no. Football, definitely not. Rugby, I think rugby is like the only sport I actually watch. Again, England sort of matches. Um, yeah, because like when the Summer Olympics or the Winter Olympics, I don't watch any of that either. I don't really get any enjoyment from it. Um, but yeah, I'd rather watch a fantasy movie or zombies. Uh, Orks and technology are your world. Yes, it sounds similar. Um, Sounds similar. But say with these live streams, yeah, I'm more than happy to be painting different kind of things because I know not everyone's into orcs. Plus, even for me, it'd be good to paint something different, just to experience, well, paint something different, really. Um, yeah, because obviously I enjoy painting. Obviously, when I finish the model, I would rather look at that. Again, I'm going to get it back in again because I just love the look of the orcs. Or if I'm really honest, this is what I really love doing. Um, Love painting the miniatures, but obviously I don't really play that many games. As I say, I've played Kill Team. Obviously, I've got my Kill Team painted. I play Pillage. Again, I've got my Pillage army painted. So anything new, this is kind of what I'd rather do, is little dioramas. Say diorama, it's just a bunch of orcs bundling into one. Um, but yeah, this is what I would rather do more than anything, is just do loads of these. So again, guys, any ideas for dioramas? So obviously, yeah, I'm going to say, click on the link to my Facebook page. I'll, chances are I won't do it today. It'll probably be tomorrow. I will list all the stuff I've got. But yeah, maybe rather than me just painting stuff, if I link everything I've got, you guys can say, well, can you mix this and kit bash it with this and make this or do whatever? Because say these are the things that I absolutely love. Because quite often say these miniatures aren't too bad because these have been sent to me by Dragon Hoard Collectibles. I'm painting them up, sending them back. They're going to be using them for kill teams. So anyone who pops along to Dragon Hoard Collectibles can obviously then use these miniatures to play a game, which is great. When I paint miniatures, they just typically sit on a shelf, then they get put into a box, then the box gets put into a drawer, and then never seen again. Which is why pretty much everything I paint, obviously with the exception of these dudes, is going to go on to eBay, and I'm going to sell it because I have in the past thrown stuff away. I know it's so bad. Obviously, I paint stuff because I enjoy the painting it, but then the after bit is like, where do I keep it? I don't have the room. Again, I'm in my living room. I've got a desk in the corner. So this behind me, this is the door that goes out into the hallway. Obviously, I'm blocking it. So to get into the living room, you've got to come up the hallway, go through the kitchen to get into the living room. So that's how little room I've got. That I've got my desk blocking a door. So I really don't have room to store stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm going to sell stuff on eBay. Again, this will help fund me, the channel as a whole, but obviously it'll help fund me because it means I can pay my bills, eat food, and all the rest of it, as well as obviously getting more bits and pieces. So yeah, guys, any ideas for kit bashes or me making things like this? Let me know because I love that. I love doing that. Anyway, before I waffle on for another hour, because it seems that that's what I can do, I'm going to sort of end the stream. I'm going to have a little look. Yeah, no one's really put any other questions, so that's fine. Dred's working on 2 orc vehicles, and you added a boss pole to one of the boys to make him a knob. Ah, okay, yeah. Waiting for primer to dry so you can finish him. See, the problem I'm getting, the primer's drying before it should do, which is just absolutely nuts. Anyway, guys, cheers for being there. Say the next live stream will be tomorrow, Wednesday, probably 8 p.m. UK. I say I need to check what time the football's on because I know there's football. It seems so bad that I really don't know when the football's played, even though it is England and it's the World Cup, and I still don't care. Anyway, you guys take care. I'm going to go and have something to drink and eat. And I think I'm going to get a cornetto because honestly, I'm melting. So, guys, you'll take care. I'm going to click some buttons and hopefully make it look like it's working really well. Yeah, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.